Hello. So today we're going to be trying out a pretty interesting combo, which is Perma Brewed and Quincy, which are actually very strong together. However, that means you kind of have to use Quincy. So a lot of other heroes, they have like great utility in the late game. We don't get any of that, but I think we can do some good stuff because Quincy actually, well, not Quincy, I mean Perma Brew can do a lot of synergy with a lot of powerful towers. So today I'm going to be trying this on Ouch with the Elite Defender, which is very good with Perma Brew. The shrapnel goes insane when Perma Brewed. You get the +1 damage to Moabs with the acidic mixture dip along with ceramics, and then +1 damage from the Perma Brew overall, which is really good with the shrapnel Elite Defender. That just goes absolutely insane. And then that's also, of course, very good with Quincy, especially when you have a level 3 active. When you have that, it kind of just destroys everything. There is a little bit of an issue, which I guess I'll talk about later on, but other than that, everything's pretty chill. The early and mid game is just fine because you can have the 024 sniper just go into an Elite Defender, and then with just like a little bit of ability timing and some micro on some specific rounds, the Elite Defender just goes straight into Perma Brew, and then from there you can build into the late game, which is pretty nice. The sniper just isn't really that good on Ouch in general. With the 4 lanes and not really good lines of Pierce most of the time, it does struggle a bit, but it should be powerful enough that we can get by just fine. So I'll come back when some more interesting stuff happens. been a while. I usually don't have that much music in between, or I guess I talk more. But basically what I'm doing is I gotta get a glue strike for round 100. That's going to get +3 damage, just absolutely shred the bad, which is going to be very fun. A mob glue to slow things down, and I'm going to go for a call to arms because that's going to benefit both Quincy and the elite defender, which is going to be pretty good. And this is where that big issue comes in. I cannot stall rounds for abilities, which is way bigger than I thought. I figured that I could probably get by just by like cycling around some abilities, so like I could use Quincy level 3 and then call to arms, and then by the time the next round comes I can use like the Quincy level 3 again, but that just didn't really work out, which kind of sucked, to be honest. And because of that, I thought I was going to be able to get a decent amount of cash spare, which would have been really nice to have, but that ended up not really being the case, and we didn't really get much of any cash spare at all. And it's not that like I had to buy more towers, well, I guess that really is, but I got to a point which is really bad thing in Chimps mode. If you ever are like trying to get black borders, you're like making a strategy, if you get to this point where you have to get a band-aid solution for every single round, like this round you can't beat it because you don't have enough stuff, basically that means your strategy is fundamentally flawed and like the core of it doesn't hold up, so you have to buy something to beat this round then that round. Luckily, because I had so much cash spare like going into round 97, 98, 99, and 100, I was actually able to just buy a band-aid solution for every single round. But if you're playing like a regular Chimps game, that would be like certain death, so it kind of just took away all of my cash spare, which kind of sucked, but I guess that happens. In hindsight, I could have like gone back and optimize this up so I'd be able to get like at least something, but because I cannot stall with the elite defender, it's not going to be that good. I think the cheapest would be getting a 402 main Moab. That would allow me to put it on last for 97 here, which would get me all the abilities back up for 98, and then I could probably stall 98 long enough to get a level 3 back, and then you could use 402 on strong to take out 99, and then you should be able to take out 100. With that, you probably could get a bit spare, but as you can see here, we had to get a whole maim just to beat round 99, and then on top of that, because I didn't have level 3 back fast enough or the 042 glue, I had to get an overdrive for 102. So unfortunately not much cash spare. I could have done this with destroyers, but I didn't really want to do that because Brickle Destroyer exists, so yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!